They're screaming. They're crying out. They are throwing things about the room.
In age from 12 to 20, those listening to Tituba's stories included Ann Putnam Jr., Mary Walcott, Elizabeth Hubbard, Elizabeth Booth, Mercy Lewis, and Mary Warren. The lurid tale stirred excitement but also guilt in the young Puritans. They began to act in strange and aberrant ways.
They fell into these fits. They had certain kinds of trance experiences. They felt prickled with pins and cut with knives. They were tempted to throw themselves into the fire, to commit suicide. They couldn't. They had to stop their ears when the minister preached the word of God. They couldn't listen to it.
We're always looking for an opportunity to have an effect for evil upon the godly community, always attempting to break down the godly way of life and to discredit the godly community before the unbelieving world.
Little
that we've never liked her really much. I mean, she does seem a little odd. Is she a witch?
In this poisoned atmosphere, the accusations of witchcraft began to spread. A midwife and healer named Margaret Jones was accused of witchcraft. Villagers believed that she had a malignant touch that could cause deafness and nausea. Jones was supposed to be able to foretell the future and even had a witch's teeth. She was hanged in 16. Of those who died, 19 were hanged, 4 died in prison, and one man, Giles Corey, was pressed to death.
They continue to pile rock after rock until finally, toward the very end, all he says is more weight. They comply with his request, and his chest is pressed.
Also at the core of Puritanism was an inherent misogyny. Puritan women were expected to be silent, docile helpmates to their husbands, and mothers to their children.
Puritans had an ideal for women, and that ideal had a number of characteristics. I mean, a woman was expected to be submissive to her husband.
Him outside, she within. Him in public, she at home. Him speaking, she listening. Him preaching, she hearing.
Puritans believed that just by her very nature, a woman was more likely than a man to enlist in the devil's service. The Salem witch trials have left their mark on American history, denoting a time when fear and hysteria replaced reason and good judgment. It wouldn't be the last time that America or the world would be caught up in the nightmare of a witch hunt, where one group is vilified and persecuted to allay the irrational fears of another. The lesson is one that seems doomed to be repeated as we discover In Search of History.